Morning students, today we are going to see the topic writing a winning cover letter from the unit resume building personal psychology. Why cover letter is required? What is a cover letter first of all? A cover letter is a covering letter, a motivational letter, also called as motivational letter of request, and it is a letter of introduction attached to or accompanying with another document called curriculum vitae or resume. So every job seeker is frequently sending a cover letter along with their curriculum vitae or with an application for the employment as a way of introducing themselves to the potential employer and explaining their sustainability and suitability for these desired positions. It is a pitch describing one's interest in the position, skills, and relevance experience for the advertised job. Employers may look for individualized and thoughtfully written cover letters as one method of screening out applicants who are not sufficiently interested in their positions or lack the necessary basic skills. So, a good cover letter typically is having the two purpose. One is applying for a specific or advertised opening letter of application and expressing interest in an organization which the job seeker is uncertain whether there are current openings. That is what letter of inquiry. So letter of application and other one is letter of inquiry. So according to studies, a good cover letter should be having the following things where it is mentioned here: a specific up-to-date information, and it should be well punctuated and spelled without any kind of grammatical mistakes. Grammatically should be correct. It should be free of any kind of typo errors or spellings errors. Use timelines to highlight chronological information. Cover letter also can have a reference to the latest job position most closely related to the position for which one is demanding. So you can make the cover letter more specific to the job being applied for. So you're demonstrating some knowledge of that. So if you look at the parts of cover letter, so here you see that the cover letter, it is having the contact information, current date, hiring manager's name and title, company address, the hiring manager's email address, then salutation, which is a greeting, and opening paragraph. Finally, if you see in the bottom, a body paragraph. After the body paragraph, a closing paragraph and a sign off. So here it is an example is given. Dylan Morgan is the person. Okay, see, you can see that how the cover letter has been framed. So these parts has to be properly well organized and well articulated for any kind of job. So the cover letter components, what you have seen is your contact information is the primarily you have seen that. Then the employee's contact information where the employer's title name, company name, all should be highlighted. And salutation is like you can mention dear or respected like that, sir, madam, whatever it is. Or sometimes you can mention dear the HR team or the manager. You can mention the designation of the person or the name. Introduction. In introduction part, you have to state the position you are applying for and where you found that job listing, whether it is in newspaper or in website or in social media. How did you come to know that? So express your enthusiasm in the introduction part, and you have to briefly introduce yourself in that. And the body paragraphs, you can mention your two or three qualifications and specific examples in your past roles. All these things are important, and you can convey your summary of interest in the role or in the company. And finally, the signing off part where you can mention your regards or sincerely or obediently or faithfully, all these things. Then principles to remember in a cover letter. Certain things you can do, certain things you cannot do that. Don't. So do things that have a strong opening statement that makes clear why you want the job and what you bring to the table. And be succinct. A hiring manager should be able to read your letter at a glance. So in a glance, they will judge you, they decide you. Okay, and share an accomplishment that shows you and you can address the challenges in the employer is facing currently. And do not care part you can don't try to be funny. Don't too often it fails. It will be flat. Okay, don't send a generic cover letter which is not suitable for every jobs. And do not go overboard with flattery. Be professionals and mature in your cover letter making. And considerations in cover letter, uh, you cannot whether not to cover letter. You may have a thought, okay, whether to give a cover letter or not to cover, not to keep a cover letter. It is based on the job type and industry, so you have to think about that before applying for it. And the application instructions you have to go through before you making your cover letter. If they are asking, you can make it out, otherwise not required. And you can keep your story in the cover letter. That will give you that may give you the opportunity for a particular job. They may get impressed. And the time and effort also it makes to prepare a cover letter. And you cannot write, when you write a powerful cover letter, it will give you a invitation for a job without looking at the resume much. No, the cover letter may give you the advantage of getting acing the interview. And finally, the conclusion part. Resume cover letters may also serve as a marketing devices for prospective job seekers. Cover letters are used in connection with many business documents such as loan applications, contract drafts, and proposals and executed documents. While the resume outlines the professional journey, a cover letter allows the application convey their personality, passion, potential contributions to the prospective employer. So, cover letters may serve the purpose of trying to catch the reader's interest or persuade the reader of something, or they may simply be an inventory or summary of the documents included along with the discussion of the expected future actions the sender or recipient will take in connection with the documents. So, thus, cover letter plays a very important role and major role in applying for a job. Thank you, students. Let us continue in the next class.